look, I have a little bit of a bone to pick here. We were chit-chatting before we started the episode, okay? And I was mentioning that I had cooked something with parsnips in it, okay? And I was going to tell this story to start off. I was going to talk about, I made the soup and I did this thing and I made these dumplings with parsnips. But the real story here is that why the fuck do people confuse parsnips with turnips? Every single person I've told, I'm making a soup with parsnips, they go, oh, yeah, turnips. It's not. They're not the same thing. I know they're white vegetables, but that's like a wide category of things. I don't get it. I really don't get it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I have a defense.
What's your defense?
It's twofold. Parsnip, turnip. They both end with nip.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, and I play way too much Stardew Valley, and the first crop you get is a turnip. And
so you got it engraved.
I'm turnip pilled at this
You're
point.
turnip pilled. Okay,
that's my excuse.
It drove me nuts. So I asked my dad to pick up the parsnips. Okay, and 4 times he called me last week and he was like, you mean turnips? Do you need turnips? I'm like, no, parsnips. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. They're completely different.
Damn, what a frustration to have.
Yeah. And then on top of that, the soup was kind of boring.
It didn't even turn out well.
Well, like,
did you take a lot of effort?
Should have used turnips.
Oh God. So look, I'm always looking for like a recipe for like a soup stock from scratch. Cause in my mind, like that's if you can make a really good soup, like that's the creme de la creme. Like that's, and,
okay.
And so I got this, it was like this vegetable soup stock, right? So no meat in it at all. And it's got prunes in it. I was like, I've never made a stock with prunes in it. That's pretty cool. And it was like very sweet. It was like a very sweet vegetable stock. And then you add to that like a parsnip and it's kind of like almost like a gnocchi, but looser, like sort of dumpling. And you put that in the soup and it sort of firms up a little bit. And that also, parsnips are very sweet. So it was like a kind of lightly sweet broth with like a sort of lightly sweet dumpling in it. It was like, this is good, but I want a dinner, not dessert. Like
it's something like savory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The soup also smelled fantastic, and then you sipped it, and you're like, oh wow, that had a lot less flavor than I anticipated.
I used to be pretty anti-soup. I feel like these days I love a good soup.
Oh,
yeah.
Soup is too good. I just had like a really good turkey soup last week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many different kinds. You can get like a Toscana soup is so good. Like some Thai soups.
Yeah.
There's just so many. A butternut squash soup. Oof.
I'm quite soup neutral. I'm not.
You're soup neutral?
I'm not a soup lover, but I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the thing I find, it's fine to be neutral on soup. The real hot, like the thing that I hate is when somebody's like a creamy soup only kind of person.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I only like cream of mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You guys like clam chowder?
Oh, it's
Yes.
good.
I've never tried clam chowder.
Yeah.
Cream of potatoes good too.
Cream of potato. Yeah.
Adam, you've been quiet. Do you hate soup?
No, I like soup. I just don't have anything to add to the conversation.
Okay. Well, we
You
hope
could add some story.
Yeah.
McKenna's making soup tonight.
Oh,
that's
good.
Cheddar broccoli.
Cheddar broccoli. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty lame. Thanks for contributing.
Yeah.
That's my.
Hey, you kept your mouth shut. Hey, I appreciate it, but go fuck yourself.
Guys, let's play some Pathfinder.
Yeah, let's move on. We hope you enjoyed a nice bowl of soup during that intro.
Last time, our brave heroes,
That's an overgeneralization.
our brave adventurers went. I guess it was 2 times ago. 2 times ago, our brave adventurers killed Taf-Gekhta. Do you guys have like an adventuring party name? Are you like the GrayDirge 4?
No.
We could be.
You want a name?
The GrayDirge 4 isn't bad.
The GrayDirge 4.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad, but it is
I
a little
vote to change our
generic.
new name.
Or do we adopt a name from the whispers around town because people start to hear what we've done? They're like, oh, did you guys hear what the blank has done? What are
we
we?
don't feel like
You were
coming
those
up with a
fucking
name. What do you-
losers did.
Yeah.
I love the crooked coffin. Now they're out of business.
What
we should
do you
call
want?
ourselves the Crooked Coffin.
The crooked coffin.
Anyway, you guys successfully killed Taf-Gekhta. Last session, after killing her, you looted her stuff. You talked to someone named Alton Mirad. They were part of the Exporters Guild. You learned Taf-Gekhta was keeping her. Taf-Gekhta had promised to include her in her coven, and was using her for her knowledge of food exports from GrayDirge out to the rest of Galarian. You guys found like a bedroom, but it was like a woodland bedroom. If you guys remember that, it was like they had like leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Mulch
you
in there.
also you want to avoid fighting those oozes in the vats they're using to brew the alcohol. So I think Iggsy snuck into that room that you found out was a barracks, and you guys got a bag of holding from that. Type 1.
Did you tell us if those oozes would have been a challenge? we ask?
No, I think you would have been fine.
Yeah.
I think the point of the oozes was to mostly soften you up before fighting Taf-Gekhta, but like at this point, like you
We're
burn
pretty
whatever.
capable.
Yeah.
We already dealt with her. Yeah.
So yeah, I think from there you guys pretty much went to tell Berline what went down, and she said she was going to use her resources to determine what the Grave Claw was.
Coven,
Yeah, because you learned that Taf-Gekhta's mother was a
true hag.
true hag, and she was part of this coven. So, Berline was going to figure that out, and I think that's where we left off. So we're now back at Qualux Manor. I don't think you guys have renamed that yet, right?
Nope.
No. We talked about in the early episodes. We talked about renaming it like the Bone Zone, the Bone Shack, and none of those names are very good.
The GrayDirge 4 Manor.
Yeah.
The GrayDirge 4.
Yeah.
So you guys are back. I know some of you guys wanted to retrain some feats, so I'm assuming you guys are using that downtime to work through that. When Mathis, you hear a knock at the door.
Coming. Wearing my apron, baking a something, and I run to the door.
Is this what you do in your downtime?
I check the Ring camera through my phone first, see if it's worth getting out of my bed.
You check the Ring camera. You can see there's a skeleton wearing a postal worker hat, and he has like a sack full of letters and stuff.
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
gonna be there in a minute, and I
brought our
rush to the
birds.
door.
You gotta dap this guy up at the door.
And it's clean. It echoes throughout GrayDirge.
You open the door, and the skeleton hands you a letter that's addressed to all of you guys.
Sweet.
I'm not telling them.
Group mail.
What's the name on the envelope? Is that going to give us her group name?
Yeah. What does it say on the envelope?
To the proud associates of Berlin, Bloodlord Berlin. That's probably what it says. Something
pretty
like
It
lame.
that.
says, what's his name? Oh my God, Arghun the Annihilator and friends.
Oh my god.
And friends. That's our name, Arghun Annihilator and friends.
Do you open the letter?
Yeah, I'll crack it open.
Okay, you crack it open, and it is a invitation from Taf-Gekhta Seven Stomachs. They are the High Governor of GrayDirge. It is a invitation for a dinner party at his house.
What was his name?
Taf-Gekhta.
Taf-Gekhta Seven Stomachs.
Taf-Gekhta Seven Stomachs.
One word.
No, it's Taf, comma,
I feel like that's important.
Gekhta, space, 7, space, stomachs.
Okay.
They are the High Governor
middle name
of
Seven.
GrayDirge. They are inviting
After
you
his
guys.
I too am of the Stomachs lineage.
My father was 6 stomachs.
I'm John Stomachs. John 4 Stomachs.
He is inviting you guys to his manor, along with your benefactor, Berline Haldoli will also be in attendance.
Okay.
And the dinner party is in 2 days' time.
Do we have any? I mean, I guess he probably doesn't mention in the letter, but would Ordegar be?
It doesn't mention anything about Ordegar, just saying Berline's going to be there.
Should we touch base with Ordegar at some point? Maybe.
I probably will.
Becomes relevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, does the invitation say we can't invite Ordegar?
I mean, it's usually implied you should invite people to. Hey, we brought the high priest of the Church of Zonkathan. I hope you don't mind.
I know this is a house party, but we're just gonna add a few more people.
Yeah. We're going to invite them, by the way.
We also, what were the names of those like balls of toes and fingers that were rolling around?
The phalanx of phalanges.
We invited them
Yes.
too.
They're chill at a party.
The
Yeah.
phalanx?
There's also the 2 or 3.
We brought the birds.
The birds can come. You got the.
We're bringing everything.
Oh, we'll bring the little troll out
The
the yard.
troll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're your little.
This is our yard troll.
What if we call ourselves the Coffin Dodgers?
No.
I like
You don't
it.
like that? No. Oh, you liked it? Okay.
No,
I'm dodging the coffin, let me tell
I don't
you.
want to
Yeah.
talk my opinion anymore.
Half dead, half stupid.
You can also invite the
What?
the bone shards that are still living.
Yeah, I guess we
We're
could.
good.
Wait, should we
I don't think
just
we
call
like-
ourselves the Bone Shards?
No.
The first thing we did when we met the bone shards is is make fun of them for being called bone sharts.
It is true.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll like us.
All right. So what are you guys doing before this dinner party in 2 days to prep for it?
We only have 2 days.
Yes, it's in
we
2
should
days'
probably
time.
stop, pick up some alcohol, some
I'll show up.
desserts. We can't show up empty-handed.
Bring some soup.
We're gonna bring. Yeah, I heard about this crazy new turnip soup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I was like, no way that got past you.
Yeah.
I don't
See
know.
if
Do we have any
anybody
loose
has any-
ends to tie up before this? I feel like we're kind of.
I think you guys are pretty much just waiting for Berline. to
Would
get-
we
Yeah.
have had enough time to retrain our skills in the gap?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think you'll have enough time by then, but you'll probably have some. You'll have some time after.
Okay, because I was gonna try and sneak in a little combo with the troll, but we can't do that right now.
We have 2 days.
No, because I need like a week to retrain the skill so I can use scrolls, and then I can cast the scroll to talk to him.
Fair enough.
So we won't worry about that right now. The other thing we could do, we need like fancy clothes? Do we need to go see a tailor?
No, I don't think you guys need to worry about that.
Okay. Can
Do
we
we-
walk up?
do
Can we
we
rock
want
up in
to?
our armor though?
You could. They might confiscate your weapons at the door.
Do we know who else is going to this?
Berline.
Berline, and that's all.
That's
we
all
know?
it mentions. If there's more, it wasn't mentioned on the letter.
You want to go talk to Berline, get some information about him before we go?
Maybe a
Yeah.
good thing to do. I know. I think I remember correctly from the player like prep sheet that they give you for GrayDirge, that the city governor is kind of like he's like a career bureaucrat, but like everything in Gab, like a little bit corrupt. And if I remember correctly,
Brother, that ain't even constricted to Geb.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
It spills over into our world too.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing.
yeah. Art mirrors life. Okay. Yeah, let's just go. Let's
go
go
talk
hit
to
up
Berlin.
Berlin. We need some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it might be good to get a primer.
All right, you guys rock up. Reacher lets you in. Berlin is she's in her study. She's reading.
What's she reading?
She's reading Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, cute. Cute.
Not Jane Eyre.
No.
No. Okay.
Yes, my friends. What a pleasant surprise. How can I help you?
Hello, Berline. We hope we're not intruding. We just wanted to stop by. We got notice in the mail for a dinner party at Taf-Gekhta's.
Taf-Gekhta.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All 7 stomachs.
Seven Stomachs.
From Taf-Gekhta Seven Stomachs, and we saw that you were also included, and we just figured we'd scoop by and see if there's anything we should know before meeting him.
Yes. If you would like, I can pick you up on the way in my carriage. Beyond that, he can be a bit condescending, but he wouldn't dare cross a bloodlord. So don't worry, I'll be there to back you up. I told him a little bit about what you've done in the city, and I think he just wants to hear it from you.
Is there anything we should be aware of? Is he will he try and trick us or trap us in conversation?
No, he's not that powerful. To be honest, I wouldn't really worry about him. I think he just wants to know what's going on in the city.
I bet.
Good enough for me.
Yeah,
Right, good G.
Mhm.
Yeah. Should we be telling him everything? Or to be safe, should we have some boundaries?
That is, I will leave that in your discretion. From what you've told me, I don't see a reason to leave anything out, but if you'd like to leave out some details, I'll leave that to your discretion.
Can't you just make the choice for us?
That being said, aren't we hiding things from Berline as well? Like,
What-
did we
what have
not?
hidden?
Did we not tell her about the deal agreement for the bank?
The only thing we haven't told Berlin
Yes.
about is
We
the
haven't told her about
contract.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So
yeah.
Mhm.
we're not even being fully honest with her.
Yeah, but we've told her
But now she thinks
pretty
we
much
are.
everything else.
Yeah, we have told her pretty much everything else, and this doesn't like fully relate to her. I guess. Like,
Is there any reason for us not telling him something? I feel like there's nothing that's like secretive. Maybe we
No.
leave out the contract.
At least the Taf-Gekhta situation. Like we don't, as long as we also don't probably want to mention the guild members that we found at
Yeah, that's
different.
what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like this is going to give us information.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're going.
I
is to
imagine-
find out about the Graveclaw Coven.
Yeah, I imagine we also probably haven't told Berlin like, oh, we ran into so and so from the Export Guild, or you know.
Also, we shouldn't just offer up information. We should maybe try and exchange it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe not with her. I feel like with her, we have a pretty open.
Oh, with Berlin.
yeah,
yeah.
we have open
Yeah.
communication. But with Seven
Somewhere-
Stomachs, yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
trade information.
Stomachs.
The old Seven Stomachs.
Yeah.
Is there anything in terms of like courtly address that we should know? Like, do we need to say, Mr. Governor when Your Excellency?
No.
Does he take well to flattery, or?
I would say he's indifferent to it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe just refer to him as High Governor, and I think that should be fine.
High
Nothing
Governor.
beyond that.
Okay. I think we're prepared for the dinner itself. Then, is there anything like? Does anyone want to like buy something
For the dinner?
or even just go on a little shopping trip? We got 2 days.
I buy a bottle of Pepto.
Get some Tums and pop them before.
Yeah.
We go, 'cause
Do we-
we're at that age now.
Are we doing our shopping spree now or after the dinner?
After the dinner.
After
Let's do it after the
fine,
dinner.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna leave my Morningstar and shield at home.
Yeah, I think we.
Wow.
Okay. You're leaving your weapons.
I never
at home?
leave without my dueling sword.
I got nothing.
well,
on me.
I'll
Yeah.
give it to them, but I gotta have it on me. It's a
I can
family
summon
heirloom.
my armor, and I have magic, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty good without it.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's a fair. I can't leave without it.
Yeah. I mean, I bring the lantern, obviously.
You cannot bring that lantern in here.
Fuck you.
I'm bringing the lantern.
It goes where I go, or I don't go.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. I don't. Unless you guys want to buy like charisma items before this.
I think I'm okay. I think we scoop by, get a cake, get some alcohol.
Yeah, we all show up
Get
with
a
the
cake.
identical bottle of the cheapest.
Yeah.
4 cakes and 4 bottles.
I feel like we made that joke before.
I think it's
Probably.
worth making a second time.
Oh,
And then
Okay.
I think other than that, 2 days, I feel like we're probably just recuperating from
Sure.
everything. Tidying
Yeah.
up the house
So do you
and
guys want to
whatnot.
just like jump forward then?
yeah. We dropped by the crooked coffin and grabbed one of the barrels of ale, spoiled
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Bring it with
Wait,
us.
Okay.
There might be one thing I
Put
want to
it
buy.
in a
Hold on.
nicer barrel.
ale. Yeah. We get the nicest barrel they have left.
This is gonna go longer than 10 minutes, right?
What?
The dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because I was gonna buy a
How
silver.
many?
cup.
Hey,
usually
hey,
takes
Andrew,
more
let
than
me stop you for a second.
No, I'm a competitive eater.
How many times you had dinner in 10 minutes?
You would be surprised.
Dinner and conversation in 10 minutes?
Not a conversation.
Okay, well.
Mostly just dinner.
Yeah, wolf
You
it
said.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy dinner, you
Think
know?
we can get this dinner party.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my god! All right, so you guys get picked up by Berlin.
Yep.
Are you bringing a barrel of?
No.
No. Okay.
We're not bringing spoiled ale, no.
I feel like, where'd you get that?
You guys get picked up. She brings you guys travel. It's maybe like a 25-minute carriage ride. Eventually, the governor's mansion. It's just a fortress of bones, and you can see there's a pair of spires rising high above the city. As you guys show up, 2 ghouls in armor greet you guys at the door. They want to any weapons you have. They ask you turn them over for the dinner. I know, Ryan, you said you weren't. Who has weapons on them?
I do. Do I have to give them my gauntlet with the crossbow on it?
I don't think they noticed that.
Okay.
What about the nails?
That's the thing.
Yeah, I think they know. I mean, do you have them on your?
I would be wearing them.
Yeah, I think they noticed those.
Okay.
and then-
How did that skeleton grow nails?
Yeah.
It's really
And I
noticeable.
am carrying a scimitar. So.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll ask for that.
Okay, I'll give up my weapons, but I'm gonna drink.
They will be returned to you after the evening is finished.
I'm gonna drink an eagle eye elixir before we go.
What the fuck was that?
I don't give. They don't ask me for the lantern though.
I do before I leave the car. Relax.
They say something and you're like, no, the lantern stays on. So they're like, okay.
The lantern doesn't come off. But I'll give myself eagle eye elixir
Okay.
so I can sense motive and stuff better inside.
Cool. So from there, 2 well-dressed ghouls will come up. They appear to be butlers, and they will lead you guys through narrow passages and down stairways to a chamber well below the streets.
Does Andrew have to make a check against their stink?
No,
Stinky?
Ew.
they're keeping it.
They
keeping it-
closed it off.
They closed it off. Yeah.
Is it already time to use the oxygen ooze?
Yeah, that's
How
very stately.
Yeah, how offensive is it if you walk by a ghoul and you're like, ew, and you just have like an ooze form around your head? I don't want to smell you.
Oh, Adam, I do want to mention that I am wearing my priest robes with the symbol of Nimbleoth on the front. If that has any unique interactions or anything.
The ghouls start hissing at you. No, nothing happens. It doesn't.
Okay, just in case like there's somebody at the party, they also happen to be a follower. You know,
Okay.
something to talk about.
Dirty looks across the table all night.
The ghoul star is.
Your food is.
How
off.
dare you?
That's I like that dialogue. It's very much like I'm gonna wear my Pink Floyd shirt in case anybody else likes Pink Floyd, and then we'll talk about it at the party.
Oh, in case they were planning on like frisking us or something like that for what we have, I left my healing potion at home
Okay.
because that's contraband.
Okay then. So yeah, you guys get led through this
just
the narrow passage down. You're definitely below the streets at this point. In this oppressive ossuary turned dining room, you can see a fine meal is laid out on low tables surrounded by comfortable cushioned chairs. The ghouls will tell you to take your seats. They'll pull out Berline's chair for her and push it in, and they will tell you the host will be joining you shortly before leaving the room.
Was Reacher invited?
Reacher's not here, unfortunately.
Did she
that?
bring any
In a dinner party without Reacher.
any like servants or Berlin herself? Did she have like an attendee?
No, she doesn't have an attendee with her.
Did they take her staff from her when she
No, they didn't take her staff because she's
a bloodlord?
she's a bloodlord, so
Yeah.
she gets some
Oh,
freedom.
okay.
How many seats are at this
You wouldn't
table?
deprive an old bloodlord of his staff.
There's just 5 seats.
So just
Or
enough
sorry,
for us and him.
6 seats.
Yeah. Okay.
all I learned from Lord of the Rings is always disarm the old man.
So you guys sit down. Berline's like, oh my, this looks just delicious. And then you guys kind of wait, and then maybe 2-3 minutes go by.
I like the idea that when I wait, I like pull my rib bone out and I just start whittling.
Yeah. I guess I'm waiting.
How'd you sneak a knife into the?
It's like a
Yeah.
pen knife. I think they're chill.
I just like to feel included. I chew the food and spit it back out.
Yeah.
The doors open, and you can see a finely dressed ghoul, kind of in like one of those like pirate shirts with like that like puffy collar. He's wearing a purple vest, and he has a circlet on. Sorry, he's not a ghoul. He's a ghast.
Aghast.
A ghast.
Oh.
A better ghoul. This is what he looks like.
Ghoul upgraded.
Ghoul plus.
Oh, he is not pretty.
Does he have?
Okay.
Does,
He's
Little
he's very
bald blue
fat, which
guy.
you think that's where the Seven Stomachs name comes
Do you-
from.
do you think the
He actually eats, unlike you.
Yeah.
does he have like a stink on off?
It's being repressed. Yeah,
Okay.
He's not a
Yeah.
monster.
Well, I can still smell it.
Yeah.
He'll come in.
It's not even the ghoul stink.
Yeah, when he comes in, I assume we like stand and shake his hand, kind of thing. Or no?
You guys can stand, but Berline doesn't stand.
yeah,
Well, that's messed up.
Ooh.
That's fair. I offer a small bow.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you guys stand up. You do these like,
Governor.
welcome, my friends.
Hi, Governor. All of us.
Yeah. Hi, Governor.
Oh, please, we can ignore the formalities. Taf-Gekhta's fine.
Can it not be?
I prefer High Governor Seven Stomachs. I'm entirely
How
honest.
about we call you
call you
Seven?
Taffy for short.
Yeah. Can we not call you by that?
Please have a seat. He'll clap his hands together, and some servants will come in. They'll start serving food. They'll start like cutting up food and serving it for you guys.
Ooh, what's for dinner?
They does it say?
I like that they cut our chicken for us. You know, like
We each have a servant. Just
They hold the
cutting our
fork.
food.
I have to bite off them.
Yes, the crust cut off my
Yes,
sandwich.
I
Thank
can
you.
do this.
A lot of the food, it's specialties that you remember having at Berline's back in session 1.
Oh, okay.
And there's several dishes that are specifically prepared for ghouls, ghasts, and skeletons.
oh nice.
Oh, you guys get skeleton
we get
food.
something.
What is skeleton food? Please describe it.
It's
in detail.
just calcium paste.
Yeah.
We'll apply it on.
It's
you.
like
I'll
wood
get, I'll
filler.
get your back.
Can you
No, don't
taste
worry.
that? The
It's not
calcium
about taste.
No?
No.
It's the textures there.
Nutrition.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's a texture.
So you guys will start eating. You'll be like, so my friends, Berline tells me about your recent, shall we say, kerfuffles you've got into around town. What are you laughing at?
Ryan has had a pop-up 5 times now to reschedule an update for
Oh.
his computer. And he keeps saying pick a later time, and it keeps popping.
Why do you keep picking 1 minute later?
it says remind me tomorrow.
Yeah, and it keeps popping up.
But
It's
I
just
only
Yeah, he's got
opened
seven-
I only opened
seven
this
unrelated
laptop.
updates.
Oh,
as
just did it again.
Nico's, like while we're here.
Please get off your
So-
laptop. It's rude.
Sorry, I just got to update real quick.
Anyway, as I was saying, Bloodlord Berline has been telling me about the recent conflicts and kerfuffle, shall we say, you've gone into around my city. And I would just like to hear from you exactly what blight has been troubling my city. And as he's saying this, Berline interrupts, and she has like a tone of like delight, And she's like, yes, and I just want to remind you guys, you're not in any trouble for what happened. And she gives Taf-Gekhta like a dirty look. And then he's kind of like, yes, of course. No friends of Berline would ever be in trouble.
Oh, I think we were in
That's
trouble.
a little bit strange.
I think we messed
That's
up.
a little bit strange to me, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting like a little bit dicey. Like, why would we be in trouble? It seems like any governor of a
What did we do
of an
wrong?
area
Like,
that
we're gonna be
has some sort of
scapegoated in this?
No.
Well, you guys get the sense he's heard he's been in fights around the city. That's all he knows. Like, he doesn't know the
Oh.
extent of like.
Oh, my
I guess
impression.
that's fair.
My impression is like nobody likes when somebody else fixes their shit, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's-
Maybe he's prideful.
Mhm.
Like, we're doing his work for him unprompted.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
work for the city guard. It's my job.
It's true.
But yes, Berline has told me about some of your exploits, but I would just like to hear them from your own words, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it's a fairly simple issue. It seems that there has been maybe insurgency is a bit of a broad term, but there's been a bit of a trouble with. Why are you like giggling?
I don't know why.
I'm trying my best here, dog.
No. It's completely unrelated. I just was like imagining, what's it called when there's someone with a typewriter in the court?
Oh, like
Oh,
a stenographer.
stenographer.
Just
Yeah.
imagine like behind you, you just hear like someone's just like.
No one's typing anything.
Oh, okay.
We're not on trial here.
That's what I was chuckling at for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Well, it seems that we had there was a small group that were planning some attacks on the food supply in Geb.
Really?
Yes, and they were using GrayDirge as a bit of a test bed.
Gasp! What?
Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're aghast. But what's it called? They placed some poison in one of the farms run by Berline.
Yes, and from what I understand, this was one of the farms that supplied the living population of
Yes,
GrayDirge.
yes. And we found out that it's a fairly untraceable poison. And so we looked into the problem. We explored some leads, and we found a changeling by the name of Taf-Gekhta the Hag-Nailed, who had taken over a small brewing operation as a sort of hideout, and they were affiliated with a coven of hags.
Hags, you say?
Yes, hags, I say.
Oh. Oh my!
What a dinner.
He takes his napkin and he wipes like, his brow sweat.
Now the smell is really starting.
Yeah.
To feel
Yes.
through.
These hags were called the Grey. I had to look it up. The
Grave
Claw
Claw
Coven.
The coven, the grave claw. Oh my!
Do you know?
I just imagine him as like he's talking with like a foghorn leghorn kind of accent there, and he's like, "Oh,
Well, I do
oh,
declare.
you're really good, my boy."
No, I've never heard of them.
Oh my god.
I just a coven of hags is never pleasant to know
I-
they're operating within your city.
Mhm.
Oh, very true.
Yes, but we seem to have rooted out at least the issue in GrayDirge. The broader issue I can't be certain of, but it seems that this hag Taf-Gekhta was a child of the changeling was a child of one of the hags in this coven, and she was using GrayDirge to test a more insidious plan to attack the food supply across Geb.
Well, you certainly have my thanks for protecting GrayDirge. Do you have a next steps for this investigation? And then Berline will kind of chime in. She's like, yes, I am using my resources to determine where this Graveclaw operates, and once we determine that, I will send my shall we say
Top men.
top men here to that. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a short joke?
We'll send my top men to eliminate this threat. Any threat to GrayDirge is a threat to my power, and I will see to it that it's eliminated.
Well said.
Holds up a tankard.
I swallow.
Hold up my tankard, yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Here.
Mhm.
Okay, and do you guys leave out all the stuff about like the bank, like the banker there with all her plots with all the factions and.
I don't know necessarily that we need to talk about it.
Okay, I mean if you leave
That's
fine.
our like ace in the hole we're holding on to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's not really super relevant to the problem, right? It's
No.
detached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll save it for like the bombshell it is for who it's actually relevant to.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of continue talking, and then as you guys are talking, you can hear sort of a commotion by the door, and you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on out there?
Mm-hmm.
Then a ghoul, a finely dressed ghoul, might I add, comes in. He kind of like pushes the door open. He looks quite upset, and you can see the two servants that let you guys in. They come in behind him, and they're making like apologetic gestures for like sorry you came in, like we couldn't stop them.
Mm-hmm.
This ghoul, you can see on their... well, first I guess I'll describe how they look. So you can see this ghoul, they have a signet on their clothes. It is of the Tax Collectors Union.
Okay.
You can see they are a ghoul they have wire-rimmed spectacles. They have an elaborate wig that is made to look like the entrails of a humanoid. And they have an immaculate vest studded with silver buttons.
Damn.
Very nice.
All right.
How am I supposed to react when I see something like
So
this?
this
Like, why are you
person-
wearing intestines on you?
Well, this is Gev. This is like...
Can I be honest
That
with
is
you?
high
This is
fashion.
the city you chose to live in. Either like
Look.
like you know,
I didn't. After a series of events, I ended up here. I don't know if this was like I really want to live in Geb when I'm older.
So he barges in, and he's like, I demand to see the governor at once. And then,
good for you. He's here.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, you did a good job.
the governor will stand up, and he'll be like, what is it, Vakish? Like, what do you want? And he's like, yes, as you know, I have been dealing with the bureaucrats in Mekatar for months now. You guys know Mekatar is the capital of Geb.
Okay.
I demand to know at once, Governor, why there's been violence in the bank. I have finally gotten the authority from Geb himself to reopen the bank, and I just need your signature. Berline and the governor like kind of look at you guys.
Now, no, there was a good reason for that. As we were pursuing leads on this insurgency, we established that they had visited GrayDirge Bank and pilfered the bank. And we did a damage assessment and threat determination. That is officially what we're calling it.
Yes.
A damage assessment and a threat determination.
Okay. So you kind of give the rundown. He looks upset, and he's like, Governor, I demand compensation from these buffoons for damaging the bank.
In fact, all the damage was performed by the group that we already slaughtered in cold blood. So it's impossible to pin any of this damage on us.
The governor lets out a sigh, and he's like, look, Vakish, I will give you authority to reopen the bank, but you will receive no such compensation for any of the damage. It's the Tax Collectors Union responsibility for protecting the bank, and I think you should have done more to protect your assets. So Vakesh takes out a contract. I know what I was gonna say. So at this time, I don't know if you guys ever played like a Telltale game before, but usually in like
it's the 2 decision option where you have to make
towards the end, like usually towards the end of the games, you'll make like a big decision and it'll slow down, and you have like 2 big decisions to make. In this case, I like to think time would slow down as you guys think. Do you reveal this contract you have
With the birds?
No, with the
not with the birds.
Because that's what I was gonna.
You can have the bank,
Yeah,
but we get the
we get the
statues.
not with the birds, with the Builders League, because the bank it went back to their
It's owned
ownership.
by them.
Well, but no one knows about this contract.
The Builders League owns it.
And we have to make this decision now.
So,
Okay.
so you guys remember there was a contract in the bank. It basically said if the bank, so the Builders League built the bank. The contract authorized the use of the bank by the Tax Collectors Union. But if the bank wasn't operated for a period of 2 years or more, it defaults back to the Builders League. So you guys could let the governor sign it back to the guy. They reopen the bank, or you could be like, actually, and then slide this.
I think we need to actually here.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to piss off the tax
The
collectors.
tax collectors will hate us, but also screw the tax collectors.
Yes.
But why would they hate us? It's not like we
Because we're the ones who revealed it.
we
This guy
revealed
seems
something
pretty
that we
high
were,
up.
This
like,
is the
involved.
higher up. He's going to see us and he's going to say, you guys screwed me over. He's not going to say, oh, this contract screwed me
Also,
over.
I don't remember paying taxes on our new mansion.
Yeah, I guess
Well, we're about to.
Do you guys want more rep with the Builders League or the Tax?
That's
Collectors
what we're
Union?
deciding,
That's what it
yeah.
comes down to.
But this is the thing. If we
don't lose rep with the Builders League if we don't speak up.
We don't
That's
lose.
the thing.
We don't lose rep, but we also gain nothing from saying nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
We might as well intervene. At the very least, this gets held up in bureaucry and we get the statue.
Yeah.
We should use this to get the birds.
Yeah.
When he
The
said we
bargaining
slow
chip.
down, I was like, oh, we need to make a choice about the birds here. because it's definitely going to offend him if we go, actually, we own the birds. They
Yeah,
agreed
we
to
get
come
the
to our
birds.
house.
Those are our
There's
birds.
this big secret contract you've been sitting on for like a week now.
John
but you
thinks
just
it's the
focused on the
birds,
birds.
Yeah. Well, they're important to me, okay?
I vote we reveal it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think we're all pretty much in agreement. on that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'll just say, hi, Governor. There is a slight situation you should be appraised about in regards to the bank.
Oh?
Yeah. you know the meme where he's like, "What's this?" He's holding the paper.
And I pull out, I think it was like in a scroll tube. I pull out the scroll tube and I hand it to the High Governor. You may want to read this prior to.
Okay.
Oh, Berlin's
put-
not going to be happy.
He'll
with
put
us.
his pen down. He'll take out his glasses.
Oh my god.
He'll pop open the scroll tube. He will look at this, and he will kind of let out a chuckle, and he's like, "Vaskish, I think you should read this." And you'll slide it over to him, and you see this banker kind of looks at it, and you can see like you can follow their eyes are like moving as they're reading, and you can see like as they're reading they get more and more upset, and he's like, "No, this is preposterous. This can't be." And he almost goes to like lunge at you, Knick-Knack, for like revealing this.
Oh.
And then he stops when Berline gets in between the two of you.
Oh.
And Berline's like, and she like slams her like staff down. You could feel this kind of like surge of arcane energy. And she's like, Vaskish, I recommend you leave now. And then he'll kind of like go to say something. Then he realizes I probably shouldn't fuck with the Bloodlord. And he'll just walk away with his tail tucked between his legs.
Can I just,
That's a good feeling.
when he lunges at me, can I just roll a quick perception and just see, like, could I take him?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Yeah, what are we dealing with here? Size him up.
That's gonna be. I have the lantern on, I assume.
Sure.
That's gonna be 27.
Yeah, you're looking at this
Wow.
banker, like they've never done a day of manual labor in their entire life.
Oh,
Like there's
you
no,
would destroy that.
I really
guy.
wish you'd have come at me. I
Yeah.
would have suplexed that asshole.
Yeah, you would have taken them. In addition to that, you guys will gain 8 reputation points with the Builders League, but you'll
Ooh.
lose 4 with the Tax Collectors Union.
That's reasonable.
Can we have negative?
No, it stops at 0.
So we're,
Oh,
that's
so that was
literally
the best case. Yeah, it was already at 0.
Winner,
Oh.
winner.
That was the best decision we could have made.
Yeah, that was really good.
So he leaves, and you guys.
Are you editing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys will continue
8,
your dinner. After that happens, Berline will say, "Well, that was quite exciting. I do want to give you some advice, I suppose, going forward, dealing with the great factions. Now, personally, I loved what you did there, Knick-Knack. I just love screwing over people. But I just want you to be aware the great factions, they are not to be trifled with. I can assure you all of them have Geb's best interest in mind, but they are often at odds with each other on how they should accomplish that. I'm sure, as you see now, favoring the Builders League here will sour your reputation with the Tax Collectors Union, and I'm sure you'll have many more situations throughout this as you rise to power throughout Geb as my servants." Yes, and that's all I'd like to say.
Yeah, this whole servant thing, I'm like not super sold on.
Is she upset that we hid that from her?
No, she doesn't care.
Okay.
You don't get the sense that.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for the tooltip.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Glad to see my decision have consequences in this game.
from there, dinner kind of winds down, and the governor he speaks up. Before you leave, there's one last thing I would like to give you, and he will wave his servant in, and they come with a big case. They will open the case, and there's a staff in it.
Ooh.
He says, "For your service to GrayDirge, I would like to give you this mentalist staff."
Okay.
And he will hand it to
A mentalist staff.
I don't know who wants it.
You're gonna be like
Oh.
Patrick Jane walking around. No, anybody watch The Mentalist?
Can we
Mentalist staff. I don't have anything.
can
in
we
my
break the
hands.
fourth wall here?
Sure.
Okay. before we played this session, Adam's like, you guys are going to get a super cool magical item that nobody can fucking use.
I think someone can use this.
This wasn't it.
This isn't it?
Oh.
This isn't
Oh,
it.
okay.
I was like,
Yeah, I think Nico could use
If I'm being
this.
completely honest, I didn't read what I have no fucking idea what this does.
Is it converted to something else, or is that...
Oh,
No, it's a mentalist
You
stuff.
just gain a
Daze,
+2.
Mind Link, and Phantom Pain.
what does
Yeah.
it do? Andrew, you want to read what it does?
So you can cast Daze as a cantrip for free, and then you get access to Mind Link and Phantom Pain. You can cast through the stuff.
The mentalist staff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
That ain't what I'm reading.
You scroll down.
Yeah. No,
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you get a +2 to identify mental magic.
That's pretty cool. And you can use that too. So
You get a
it's
3 days cantrip. That's pretty sick. I'll take it.
Is
Yeah.
mental and mind affecting, are those two different tags?
um
So like if something's immune to mind affecting effects, will it take mental effects?
I think they're the same.
They're
thing.
pretty similar. Yeah,
'cause
they're one and the
Daze
same.
is mind affecting.
Mhm.
Mental. Yeah.
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. You got a staff now.
Yeah, so he'll
I already have days, but now when I level up, I can change.
You can switch Daze out and then
Yeah.
use it from the
he'll
staff.
have the servant give you the staff. Mathis.
Thank you. I really
it-
appreciate this.
Of course. Thank you for your service to GrayDirge.
Absolutely.
If there's nothing else, please have a safe night. I'm sure we'll speak again in the future.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
thank you
He
very
doesn't.
much.
Maybe.
He said he didn't know anything about the Graveclaw Coven.
No.
Unfortunately, so
I guess we'll shake his hand and
Okay.
let us know if you need our services.
Yes,
we're-
of course. I'm
you know.
assuming for a fee.
Oh well, yeah,
yeah. Come on.
Mhm. we are
Yeah.
freelancers, but a contract helps.
Yeah, he will-
I mean, friends don't count favors.
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
perfect.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
don't say
I
that.
strangle him. I actually I grab a knife off the dinner table and stick it in his side.
We're friends.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you
No.
you have a safe night. I got some high governor stuff to get to.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
you do.
just my governing.
Yeah, as you guys are leaving, you can hear the sound of a PlayStation
Yeah.
5 turning on.
You hear the beep.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
apologize. This is my charisma of -1 sticking through.
As soon as
Yeah.
we get past like a door and we're no longer in view, I fucking beat the shit. I like slap fucking Ilrun on the
No.
back of the head, and I'm just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand social cues. I'm gonna go play with my train set now.
Oh, fuck me.
so you guys leave. They'll return your weapons to you, whatever you turned over.
Mhm.
And
I
you,
put my nails on.
you guys get in the carriage. Berline will walk you to the door. And she says, "Well, you guys have a good night. You will have to have me over for dinner sometime.
Oh, absolutely.
In the meantime, I will continue touching base with my sources, and I'll be in contact once I learn something of the Graveclaw."
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we'll need to get in contact with you. We have some bird statues we need to move fairly
Very
urgently,
important.
I imagine.
Okay.
I think we told her about them last episode.
We did.
Yes,
yeah.
I can arrange movement to those.
Yeah, we just need some manual labor.
Sure, I'll figure it out.
I appreciate it.
See you.
See ya.
You guys will walk in. Arghun will ask you guys want like a nightcap,
Always.
Ooh.
and then from there you guys will go
Never
to
leave home
bed,
without it.
and that is the end of book 1.
We did it!
Whoa.
Congrats, everyone. It was a good fight.
Did I ever tell you guys the name of this book?
Probably at the beginning. I don't remember it though.
Dinner at Berlin.
It's not Dinner at Berlin. I'll reveal the names of the books as you finish them, because sometimes the name can be a spoiler.
Fair enough.
This book was called Zombie Feast.
Ah.
There were quite a few feasts.
There
There
were.
were not a lot of
And
zombies.
There was enough.
Oh,
we
in the
opened a
bank there was
room.
yeah.
We opened a room and there was a
Okay,
horde.
But that's it, though, if you think about it.
There
And
was
the-
quite a few.
And the farm.
Farm was full of zombies.
Yeah.
Okay. The gooning room was full of zombies.
Okay,
Okay.
that's two.
That's two big encounters. But it's not like we saw two zombies. It was like a million. Fucking Mashkuta is a zombie cow.
That's true.
Yeah.
Boss cow.
There was zombie
Boss
dogs,
cow.
zombie horses.
Zombie dogs, zombie horse. We ran into zombie dogs on a couple occasions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was zombie dogs.
plague zombies, the
in
Dirge Piper.
We did fight plague zombies.
There was like
yeah.
jail cells full of zombies.
Yeah. And we fought lots of zombies at Taf-Gekhta. Lots of zombies. We fought that Dirge Piper, which is like a zombie plus.
The two brutes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
yeah,
was those
there were a
plague
lot of
zombies
zombies
that
out there.
rose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they weren't eating a lot.
No, they weren't eaten. But we were.
What could
We
we
were
were
on the
eating a
menu.
lot.
We
and
were
there were a
eating.
lot of
Yeah.
zombies.
So what'd you guys think of that first book and like the adventure so far?
I think I'm excited to to learn more about the Graveclaw Coven. I think it's cool.
Mhm.
It was a good setup for what's going on in Geb, and being such a different area than what we're used to. I think this is really cool. I'm enjoying it.
I like Geb as a setting. It's just driving me crazy how they're like, we're undead, so all of our furniture has to be undead related.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
their personality.
Yeah,
It's
like
a little gratuitous.
the ham sandwich conversation. Like, why is Spagbull sleeping in bodies? It doesn't make sense.
I think it's weird. I mean,
Just because you're undead doesn't mean you have to act like a weirdo. Like, sleep in
There's
a
like
bed.
A Key and Peele skit about that, where what is it? The one guy becomes a new vampire and joins like a coven of old vampires, and he's like, "Hey, you guys know we don't have to like hiss when we take our fangs out and stuff." And they're like, "Hey, this is actually way better."
Yeah, like
yeah.
just don't be weird with being undead. Just
Mhm.
you can be undead. Just like, oh, now I have to do bone furniture and wear intestines on my head. Like, why?
That's all they got, Andrew. It's all they got.
I guess
The
but
intestines.
why?
Look, I admit with you that the intestine hairdo is a little fun.
Yeah,
But I do like, the old, skull-faced lantern every once in a while, like on a desk or like it's very.
but
is
that's
cool.
your head, dude. That's like,
Yeah, but it's kind of like, I'm here, he isn't. Loser.
I guess.
It's
But
like skull
I don't-
wisp lights
I don't
we
like
found.
seeing like like the tiger rugs. I don't see human rugs everywhere, and I'm like, I was one of the ones that didn't get turned into.
I
a
mean,
rug.
Kepgetta's what's it called? Those scrolls you got, not the scrolls. They were like ritual scrolls.
Yeah.
yeah.
They were written on like human skin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, just
Mhm.
She
put
also
it on
raised the
paper.
dead.
They
Okay.
have
Hardcore.
paper.
Yeah, but it's not like
It's
human
hardcore.
skin book is like the standard, right? Kipketta was not like the most, acclimated human being.
As you say
Her
that,
room was better than Spagbull. She slept in nature. He slept
mean,
in meat.
I don't know how much sleeping on a pile of mulch and dead leaves is better than sleeping in a big.
I think it's
That is
better.
a very easy way to get mildew in your house.
Yeah, you know what's worse is sleeping in dead bodies. I think that's a way to get diseases. So, I think there's one that's
Yeah.
better here than the other.
I mean, yeah.
Other than that, though, it's been really good.
is there anything you guys want to see more or less of? Like
More-
in terms of like GMing?
Gold.
I want.
It's less of you, if that's okay.
No.
Yeah. I would like this. I know it's just we're in book 1, so they obviously can't throw all the punches. But I would like to see more political stuff. Like I'm looking forward to that in the upcoming
Yeah,
books.
To the guild rep actually having some sort of
It will.
larger
I mean, I've
consequence.
started reading book 2. I think that's gonna. I think
We'll start playing.
I
with
don't
it
know
more.
how it works yet, but I know speaking in, like in terms of book 2, there's a lot more opportunities to earn guild rep. So I think pretty soon you guys are gonna get involved in like the political scene of Geb, and that'll all come up.
Does make me wish I invested a little bit more in charisma.
I mean, as long as you have one person in the party that has good charisma,
We have 2.
Yeah, we
True,
are.
but like I
me.
feel like I can't like speak into some of these matters, or else I got to make like a diplomacy check.
Just
and
whisper into my
then,
ear and I'll
You
fight
know, I'm
your
gonna come
battles
out
for
like,
you.
Yeah. That also puts my
"Guys,
character in a
stop
weird place.
fighting.
Yeah.
My character's a 19-year-old. He has no idea how politics work. Like, he's way too young to be involved with a lot of political things, and he's not charismatic either, but he's knowledgeable at least. So.
But all right, so you want to see more of the political stuff? Anything else
Yeah.
from anyone?
I'm looking forward to that. No,
Look,
I want to see Iggsy die.
Yeah,
I mean, we all
want
wanna see
I'm
that.
Sure, I'm sure everyone wants to see that.
Yep.
but
Yeah.
less precision damage immunity would be nice. That'd be good. Thanks.
I can't fix that.
I'm curious to see if all 4 of us make it through
Yeah.
this next
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Because there was a point, the final fight of book 1. It was close.
His head almost got ripped off by a fairy.
That
Yeah.
point too.
That was, that was
Yeah.
like right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
was really.
Kipketta threw a knife at me, dude.
I'm surprised everyone survived book 1. I thought there was a couple times when people would die, but I don't think you're all gonna make it to the end.
No, I don't think
No.
we're a weak party though.
I don't think you're weak, but I think there's some stuff that's just like, wow, like that's hard.
we're gonna get annihilated
Mhm.
by.
Yeah.
Like if we come up against like a Rakshasa,
I'm-
we're like immune to magic pretty much.
Oh, I remember.
What
that. You
if
guys
what
fought
if
those
we
in
fight an
Christian Games
angel?
Yeah,
Or like
I would take like double damage because I'm sanctified unholy.
yeah, like imagine we fight an angel at some point. That would be really
if there's
bad.
any game where you'll fight like an angel or like a metallic dragon, it's this one.
It'd be this one,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Like
You heard it
that's
here
what I
first,
expect.
folks. We're fighting an angel and a metallic dragon in this book.
Or just like genuinely, a cleric is scary to this party to
Yeah.
fight.
yeah.
Like
I feel
any
like I could-
cleric could
Yeah.
be scary.
Well, I could protect a little bit about a cleric. There's like anti-void or anti-vitality spells and stuff I can
Okay.
cast. I mean, you'd be screwed being caught in the middle of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I was
one
gonna say, yeah,
person
hit me
screwed
with
versus
healing.
3.
Oh no.
Oh, and if I didn't say it before, you guys are gonna be leveled up for the next book.
Yeah.
Hey.
Level 4.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we can stop there. But I will say before we stop, I know what next week's episode is gonna be called
Yeah.
already. We haven't even
Oh,
recorded it yet, but I know.
damn.
So we'll see you next week on
Pre-named.
My Dinner with Berline 2.